Lost Art with Andrew Cox, retired Master Gunnery Sergeant. thelostart.podbean.com. Get some merchandise and help support the podcast in getting our veteran voices out for all to hear. Now on all major podcast platforms. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be a guest, tell your veteran story, discuss your veteran business or organization. Email The Lost Art with Andrew Cox at gmail.com. Andrew Cox, a Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. See the project story at tillvalhallaproject.com. Thanks for tuning in. Please enjoy the podcast that's giving a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast, that podcast giving a voice to our veterans. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a fireside chat with the crew, and I do believe you're going to enjoy this one. But if you're enjoying the podcast, and I ask you to go to the YouTube, that's at The Lost Art with Andrew Cox. Go on there, subscribe to that channel. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up on the YouTube, so please help me out there and subscribe to that. That'd be incredible if you could do that. I also want to give a shout out to the Till Valhalla Project for allowing me to be an ambassador for that incredible organization. They do some amazing work, so go check out their website. That's tillvalhallaproject.com. Go check it out, see what they got going on. If you can help them, please do so. All right. With that, I've got some of the crew here. We'll go ahead and go round robin. Let's start with Vic. How you doing, Vic?
Good. Life is good. Had a community band concert tonight. Got to play for, I think there might have been 30 people, maybe 35 people in the audience. It was awesome. Played a little local church. I think there's more people in the band than the audience, but sometimes it happens with live music. It's and then let's see. I got this week. My high school band's playing at our first ever football game. Yeah, that's gonna
make up for one that was.
We'll be back at the end of September. That got canceled because of the hurricane. Yep. So we rescheduled for November 1st. So hopefully it looks like weather's going to be pristine for it. So looking forward to it. Yeah. And then let's see. Tonight's cigar is a Alec Bradley cigar. This is called Safe Keepings. It's a medium to full body cigar, and it is all Nicaraguan, wrapper, binder, and filler. And it's the website says that it has caramel, vanilla notes, and spicy and creamy all at once. So I don't know. I've asked some friends about it, and all my friends said it was a solid meh. So we'll see. Maybe if I can remember to actually review any of my cigars at the end. Somebody remind me.
All right, sounds good. I'll try to do that. I am excited that you finally got creamy worked back into the cigar mix.
Yes, I mean, who doesn't like something creamy like this?
Yeah.
Cletus, what do you think? What do you think about creamy stuff like this, Cletus?
I really don't go for creamy, but if that's what you're into, then that's fine. Not real sure.
Oh man, that's good stuff. All right, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, and as always, if it wasn't for the politics, prices, fruits and nuts out here in California, this would be a virtual paradise in Southern California. It was about 80 degrees today, light winds, beautiful sunshine. It's just hard to beat, except for the prices, the taxes, the politicians. And Gavin Newsom, I'm sure, is going to cut me off here in a few minutes. So
yeah,
better move on to somebody else.
He tends to do that with you. I don't know what the deal is. You must have made him mad at some point in time.
I don't know.
I think that's the deal.
Must be.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a new member. He talked just a second ago and you saw him, but our new member Cletus over here. Cletus, how are things going?
It's going, What a great day here in Southwest Georgia. Holy shit, we got a damn we got one of those dinosaurs over there.
I'm a dinosaur.
There's dinosaur.
I figure I'd jump in on what you got going on here.
That looks like a damn gator I saw yesterday when I was out in the woods.
Oh, did you catch him and eat him?
No, I didn't. I was out there hunting them deers.
Do you get you one of them deers?
Those little suckers, man, they just run and hide. Even though I got all my good camouflage on, I can't get no deers. I don't know. I don't know
Still,
what to,
huh?
yeah,
Man, that's unfortunate.
no
Well,
deers.
thanks for coming on for Mike. I know he really wanted to be here, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah, well, Hootie's really honored. He said it's been a while, so
Hootie's
you know.
Hootie. And
Yeah,
who does Hootie play with? He's a
oh,
retired.
he's retired now, but he was with Hootie and the Blow Pops. He was pretty. He used to be good back in the day. But,
That's good. Hootie and the Blow Pops. I
yeah,
like it.
he lost his mouth. He ate a bad armadillo one day, and his throat. He had voice hadn't been the same since. So
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's impressive. I like it. I like it. Okay. Well, let's move on. And I did get a comment on the YouTube live from Daniel Baker. You guys know who that is. He said, "Is Vic the band's flute player?" And yes, Vic is the flute player for sure.
And the trumpet player and the drummer, and every now and then I try to stop the band together.
Yeah, he's pretty much doing it all. Yeah, that's right.
And the sound tech and the composer arranger and the lifting crew and the loading crew.
Man, you went way down on the totem pole. I mean, you're at the very bottom.
I'm also the sweeper and trash taker outer too.
Very nice. All right, well, let's jump into veteran news with Mark.
All right, I've got a great veterans organization. It's called the Disabled American Veterans. I'm actually a life member of this organization. Now, I'm not sure about other VA hospitals around the country, but here in San Diego, the DAV handles a bus system. You can schedule a call or schedule a ride with the DAV, and every day they have a route that you can be added to where they'll come pick you up, take you to your appointments, and at the end of the day, they will drive you back home for all these veterans that can't get there on their own. But the DAV offers all kinds of services. They help active duty military who are getting out of the service to process their DAV, their VA claims with the Veterans Administration. That's who I went through when I first retired from the Marine Corps. The DAV representative helped me out with all my claims, and they were very efficient, very helpful. But they have programs transitioning to civilian life for active duty and retirees. They have different programs, of course, with the different levels of a service member who's transitioning, whether it be officers, staff NCOs, or younger enlisted active duty members. So they help you with your transition. They help with employment and entrepreneurship. They don't just want you to go out there and get a job. If you are on the entrepreneur track, they will help you with business preparation, with mentorship, trying to find funding for all that. But they have all sorts of different programs. We still have very few World War II veterans around. The Korean veterans are getting scarce also. The Vietnam War veterans are getting whittled down. But Gulf War, blind veterans, women veterans, homeless veterans, caregivers, and survivors. They have programs for all of those things also.
That's good.
So they're very involved. They will go above and beyond to assist whenever it's your time. And even if you've been out for a while and you need another advocate, you want to go look into some other type of things, the DAV is another source for you to go get involved and get some assistance. And also, it's always good to give back. Find your DAV, your local DAV, and find out how you can help veterans in the area, whether it be volunteering to be one of those drivers on those buses. They need more and more people to do that. So find out how you can get involved and to assist.
Yeah,
and to donate, of course.
they also take donations of different things because they resell them in stores. So there's different locations like that across, especially in the military towns. Well, I'm more familiar with military towns, but
so DAV.org.
DAV.org. And now they have they're in every state.
Everywhere,
right? Yeah,
they are. Yep.
Very nice, very nice. I like it. DAV.org.
Correct.
Awesome, man. That's a great organization. You know, I need to get somebody. I need to go down and talk to them. Get somebody from the DAV on sometime. That'd be good too. So
sounds good. I'll reach out and see if I can find somebody come on board too.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. You got anything else for us, Mark?
That should be it for today.
That's it for today. All right. Well, let's go to military news with Vic.
Well, just a couple stories today. Secretary of Defense, Mr. Austin, has confirmed that North Korea has troops in Russia. I read another article yesterday that it could be as many as 3,000 troops North Korea has sent into Russia. It is unclear if they are preparing to become a co-belligerent in Russia's war in Ukraine. We are seeing evidence that there is North Korean troops that have gone to Russia, Austin told reporters in Rome. What exactly they're doing is left to be seen. This will continue to be a thread. We will continue to pull this thread and see what happens here, he said. If they are co-belligerents, if their intention is to participate in this war on Russia's behalf, this is a very, very serious issue. That's a direct quote from our Secretary of Defense. Impacts of such a move would be felt not only in Europe, but the Indo-Pacific region. So, Austin also noted that South Korea leaders are intently watching this play out. North Korea is one of Russia's few open allies in its unjust war in Ukraine. North Korea has shipped arms and munitions to Russia. So it's getting dicey over there. I was watching a little bit of President Trump's rally at Madison Square Gardens. I don't know if you guys watched any of that.
I saw a little bit, but they were wrapped around like 5 or 6 blocks deep or something like that. I mean, it was ridiculous.
New York's a swing state now.
Yeah. 21,000 people in Madison Square Gardens and 75,000 people outside of Madison Square Gardens.
Wow.
Almost 100,000 people there to see him.
In New York City.
In New York City. Yep.
That's amazing.
Like I said, New York's a swing state now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you believe what you're told, his rallies are smaller than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'd like to see a big rally if that was small, you know.
One of the speakers that was before Trump came on was saying that, and this is I don't know if this could be confirmed or not, but at least anecdotally they were saying that there has not been this much tension and friction in the world since World War II, like around the globe. Which brings me to my other topic. So we got Russia and South Korea, North Korea are now like both are in against Ukraine now. Mm-hmm. And Israel launched airstrikes in early Saturday on what is described as military targets in Iran in retaliation for ballistic missile assault on October 1st. There is no immediate information on damage in the Islamic Republic. Israel's military described the attack as precise strikes on military targets in Iran. The regime in Iran and its proxies in the region have been relentlessly attacking Israel since October 7th on 7 fronts, including direct attacks from Iranian soil. Like every other sovereign country in the world, Israeli military said the state of Israel has the right and the duty to respond. In Tehran, the Iranian capital, the sound of explosions to be heard was state-run media there acknowledging the blast and saying some of those sounds came from air defense systems around the city. So there's that. So we got everything going on in Israel. I mean, Israel is reaching out and touching people in Lebanon. They're touching people in Iran. We now have Turkey reaching out and touching people. I mean, now we got Russia and Ukraine still going on. I mean, it is getting dicey over there. It is getting dicey. I sincerely hope people get out and vote for the right person to be our commander in chief. It's getting dicey out there.
That is a true statement. Yeah,
I was
everybody.
reading something the other day. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Andrew.
I was just saying everybody needs to get out and vote for sure.
Yeah. I was reading something the other day and I didn't get a chance to read the whole article, but it was something, it was either Lebanon or Hezbollah had reached out and sent people to Saudi Arabia for some kind of pact or something with them.
Uh-oh.
And I may be wrong on that. It may have not been exactly how I was reading it because, like I said, I didn't get to finish the whole article. But
yeah, I don't know.
It just seemed strange to me.
You're on mute, Vic.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down my bandwidth. It's getting bad out there. I mean, we have actors like things going on in Syria, Turkey, Lebanon, Iran, Israel. I mean, the whole Middle East over there, and not, of course, Russia and Ukraine, and now North Korea is in on it. There are a lot of things going on right now. A lot of things right now, and it's starting to get a little unnerving.
I think what most of it is right now is they see how the U.S. right now is all divided and those types of things. No one's putting their foot down. That, in my opinion, is a huge, huge factor in everything that's going on.
Yep. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but have you heard about the Great American Reset? When things get so bad, and then the country is looking for somebody with answers, that's when the government steps in and says, well, we can fix everything, just let us do it our way. And then freedoms start to get stripped, laws, like ridiculous laws, start to get passed, like enumerated powers become egregious, like the government starts voting itself powers. I mean, to handle all the conflict and tension, right? History has shown this over and over. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Go ahead.
If the leaders around the world are flaming the fire so that it gets so bad that the only option, it seems like, obviously I don't know, but it seems like the only option left is for the government to take over and to say, all right, we'll fix it. Just shut up, stay in your house and do what we tell you to do.
Yeah.
Well, Tim Waltz did it in Minnesota during COVID, and the National Guard shooting paintballs at their people.
Wow.
Joe Rogan just had it on the podcast about the law the Biden administration put in to where they could go after American citizens.
That one was fairly new, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that about? Did I miss this?
Joe Rogan brought up the point on his podcast about the Biden administration pushing through a bill that got signed without full scope of vote and everything like that, for the Biden administration to use the military to shut down American citizens who weren't agreeing with the government. I'm trying to find out it right now. I'm trying to Google it right now.
Daniel Baker, who was the last time, he said, he repeated himself. He said, you can know history or trust your government. You cannot do both. That's
true story.
Yeah.
Yep.
True story.
Hey guys, look, Mike made it back. Yeah. I guess we should ask Mike how he's doing. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Everything okay? I mean, there weren't any issues, was there?
No issues. We had a good time with your friend or neighbor or whoever it was that was there.
Oh yeah.
He's a pretty funny guy. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's questionable sometimes, but he's a good guy.
I liked his overalls. I think I need to get a pair of those. So it's real good.
Yeah. He said he was going to put his best pair on. I don't know if that was his best pair or not. But
he did mention that several times, so I'm betting it was.
Every time I see him, he's always skinning a deer or something in them. So I don't know if they were clean or not. But it is what it is.
Nice to have a neighbor like that. Yeah, I'm sure he brings some over for you every now and again, huh?
Nah, he's stingy as all hell, man.
Oh, is he? Man,
Yeah, nothing.
yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
See, I was a little disappointed that he left because I was going to introduce him as clever quips with clever, like Cletus something or other. I don't know. Crazy, clever quips with crazy Cletus. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, maybe he can come back. He said he left a note, said he had to go, and he said I had fun. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope he left you something.
Okay, I've created your note. It's called He Had to Go. And he said I had fun. I was like, okay. By the way, if you have
For some reason my phone's talking now.
Blame it on Cletus.
Yeah. But I see he left his owl.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He forgot about him.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me.
Vic, did you have any other military news?
No, I don't think so. Nah, not really.
Well, I hope Lloyd Austin doesn't go on another surgery where he disappears and no one knows he's gone.
The Iranian leader, what's his name? I can't remember, but apparently he's really sick right now. So that could be a power vacuum coming up soon.
Wow.
More instability in that region.
Yeah. As it need anymore.
Exactly. That's all I got. I yield my time.
All right, very well. Let's move on to marvelous Mary news with magical Mike McNanny. Did you like
Well
how
done.
I got it that time?
Well done. Yes.
Did you write it down?
I didn't. I didn't
Oh,
know
okay.
in my head. Dan,
Been working on that all week, right?
You just need to know I got it right this time. I totally screwed it up last time. So, anyways, go ahead, Mike. What do you got for us?
Last time you were like the mystical. I was like, what?
I don't think that's
mystical. I
was way off my game last week.
So you were using words. I was like, is that even a real word? I was like, let me go get my thesaurus out.
I bet your buddy who was there, he'd know all those words though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want some good news, huh?
Yeah, let's have some good news. The whole world's falling apart. You know, we got wars.
I found like 4 good articles throughout the week, and I saved them. But now, when I go back to them, they won't pull up now.
Oh, it's because it was good news, and they took it down because you can't have good news out there.
Let me ask my wife if she has any good news. Do you have any good news? She said, "Yeah, I'm not pregnant." So that's good news. So,
that is news. Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
That's good news. But I did find this one earlier today. A middle school student in Connecticut leads and earns a $1.5 million project from the state to build air purifying filtration systems for Connecticut schools.
Keep going. I was talking to.
Oh, you're fine.
I was talking to the YouTube.
I thought I froze or something because I could see you talking, but it just went silent. So.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
So the young Connecticut student is wowing classmates, students, and even state senators with her designed cheap new air filters for classrooms. Her name is Anola Shokunbi. And before she reaches her goal, her ultimate goal is to become the president of the United States. She wanted to help keep her classrooms free from cold and flu viruses circulating throughout the air. In 5th grade, she led some of her classmates in a design and built projects at the Commodore McDonough STEM Academy in Middletown, Connecticut. Her idea was to create an air filter to clear the air of viruses circulating within aerosols through classrooms, which she managed to do with just a box fan, 4 furnace filters, duct tape, and cardboard.
Wow.
She then took that, and I guess it was may have got posted or something, but scientists from the University of Connecticut contacted her and asked her to come there, and they wanted to test and gather results from her air filter system. And at that point, once they had significant test results, they took them to the EPA. the EPA said this is more effective than a lot of the high-end commercial products on the market, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper and more effective.
Well, it's a whole lot cheaper when you're using cardboard box and stuff.
Yeah, a box fan and furnace filters. But State Senator Matt Lesser said that this is something that we definitely need to look at, and Connecticut State Bond Commission unanimously approved $11.5 million for the assembly and installation of these air filtration systems in all schools throughout the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
I'm sure they're going to modify it somewhat.
Yeah, probably not cardboard boxes.
But they're using her basic design is what it's saying.
Wow.
And she came up with this idea she was in 5th grade. Now she's in 6th grade. And her ultimate goal was to set up a fund where this similar system can be distributed out through schools throughout the United States.
Wow. Good for her, man.
She said, I want kids my age to be able to go to school knowing that they're safe and they're healthy and that they can learn and not have to worry about getting sick and taking germs and diseases home to their families.
Wow.
I really love explaining to people and seeing their faces and seeing they realize that this could change so many lives. And I hope that it does, just for my little simple idea.
Wow. I bet you that's your next millionaire right there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she'll be. If she has that kind of initiative, imagination, and drive starting in 5th grade. I mean, what the hell were we all doing in 5th grade?
I wasn't.
Playing with Matchbox cars and eating dirt.
Playing with
trying to light stuff on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. 5th grade, man. Yeah, I missed that boat.
That's a neat idea. I mean, and then I think it was approved for $11.5 million to have them put in all schools in the state of Connecticut. So I don't know how many schools are in Connecticut, but
more can't be that many. The state's like 12 square blocks or something.
Yeah. it's like well, I mean, Connecticut's a good state, but I mean, depends on who they vote for. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we
got the election coming up soon enough, right?
Yeah,
it should be interesting. You know, I'm looking forward to. I mean, if your Trump rallies are having that many people and stuff, you know,
especially in New York City,
get a rope.
Dan says it's like 5th graders can come up with better ideas and cheaper solutions than the entire government.
Who said that?
Dan Baker.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not wrong.
How does the saying go? From the mouth of babes, right there.
Yeah. That's pretty sad.
I hate to go from marvelous, merry, magical, mysterious, whatever I am, back to Mark saying New York's now becoming a swing state. I read an article the other day was saying that about Texas.
Really?
They fear that Texas is going to swing Democrat towards a Democratic Party, and right now it's in the air whether it's going to be a conservative state in the election or if it's going to be a swing state.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like if you were to believe all the texts that I've been getting, like 6 a day, Ted Cruz is in jeopardy of losing his seat.
Yeah, that's what I keep getting text messages from him.
No kidding.
But
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that have moved to Texas from like California, places like that, because they don't like what's going on there, and then they come into Texas, and so if they're voting the same way, it's not going to help. But
imagine that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Gotta love it. But who would have thought New York swing state up there with that many? I would never saw that coming.
Well, I mean, it's a referendum on all the current policies in immigration. I mean, that's literally what it is. So it's like New York is getting overrun. All the major cities are getting overrun with illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And crime. Like, I mean, Trump has said it, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems appropriate, I guess, or seems at least realistic that all these countries, their crime rates are dropping because all their criminals are coming to the U.S. and looking. I mean, it's free, fertile ground. They're flooding in across our borders, and they're moving to the major cities and taking over apartment complexes and eating geese out of the park and shit. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
And being given government assistance. They get
getting
signed
government
up
assistance
for government assistance more than people who lived and worked and put into the system are getting.
and
When
fought
you
for the
have
country.
these federally funded, and I don't know how true all that is, but these companies that are going in and buying all this housing in these cities, and that's part of the agenda as well. We have affordable housing for everybody. Well, when you have one or two companies owns all the housing in the United States, what the hell do you expect? They're getting paid. I mean,
it's a true statement.
I mean, you literally have people being, they're in homes or renting homes, have been in homes for years, and they're being told by these companies, it's like, you either buy it or get out.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did we talk about it or not? That lithium mine in North Carolina?
We did a little bit.
Yeah.
The podcast right after the hurricane went through and everything, we talked about it. Do you have more information on it?
No, it's still, I've tried to look and look and look, but even articles I was reading before, now they're not there. But, that basically, some of those towns up there, they're saying, well, they're not rebuildable. So they're, eminent domain, pack what you got and mosey on out. All because of that lithium mine up there. Right now it's considered the largest lithium mine in the world.
Really? Wow.
It's probably along the same lines as the Maui fire. Are they doing eminent domain over there?
Wow. Now, who owns the mine?
Somebody bought it. I don't know who, but I don't think I don't know if it's a government has it or if it's some other, I believe it's a European company. If not, a Chinese company. I don't, that's maybe fake news.
I bet it's a Chinese company.
Yeah.
I think Arkansas is the only state that said we're not selling stuff to people overseas, like property and stuff like that.
And that's Sarah Huckabee is the governor.
Yeah.
And that's something like Montana. Half the land of Montana isn't owned by anybody in this country. It's all owned by foreign companies.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many of these companies that are all individual companies, but they're all owned. What is it? What's the one? What's the big one?
Like
we always hear about
company.
It. Yeah. BlackRock, and stuff like that. They're all owned by somebody else. And now they're all in positions to be able to say, well, this is what we're going to do, and you don't have anything to say about it because we own this, we own these resources, we own everything.
It's getting crazy out there, that's for sure. Man. Well, how are things in California, Mark? Does it seem like things are swinging at all in California?
Well, I think I truly believe that last election there was a huge push, of voting black for Trump. I think they suppressed it very well around here. But I don't know if he was out at Coachella. That's a big, they have a festival out there for everything, and it was huge. It was gigantic. There was so many people. There was a Trumpachella, they called it. If you take a look at the voting of California, everywhere except the major cities, LA, San Francisco, and then some of the counties up there in the north, all the tree huggers. It's a red state. It's a red state except for those huge blue conclaves of Los Angeles and San Francisco and Silicon Valley, and like I said, some of those tree hugger counties. But California otherwise is a very conservative state, but the voting bloc is in the big cities, and they are able to control it. And that's why the left and the deep state want to get rid of the electoral college, because if they can get it to just the popular vote, then we're doomed. And that's why they flood the country with illegals and give them driver's license and motor voter registration, and let them get in there and vote illegally. And they don't. How many states is the federal government suing because they're trying to clear their voter rolls of all the people that don't belong on the voter rolls? Like, was it Arkansas or Alabama was clearing all kinds of them, and the federal government came in and shut them down.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know Florida's got a lawsuit against Biden and them for that exact thing.
Yep.
Right now.
Really?
But I know I got an update early in the week or last week on my, the local news app popped up, but it was saying something that the state had identified. I think it seemed like a relatively low number, but they said they could clearly identify it was like 17 or 20 people in the state that were not eligible to vote, but were giving voting access and voting rights.
I just don't understand that.
To try to track that down, and there was very little given. It was just enough to click on and say, "Okay, what is this?" And it's like, "Okay, well, you're not telling me anything other than."
Yeah.
So did they go in and pull their votes? Did they not vote yet, or I don't know what the circumstances was, why they weren't eligible to vote.
Yeah.
But I know in this area, the early voting stopped yesterday, and they said, especially in the county I'm in Lee County, they said this is the highest turnout, the voting turnout they've had in history as far as early voting and even just standard voting.
Wow.
Every day going by the county voting office, I mean, there's cars lined up and down the street.
Wow, that's good.
With people standing out there waiting to get in. Who they're voting for, I don't know. But, it's at least people are doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Now if we can get, all of our government officials to quit taking kickbacks and just trying to get rich off of all that stuff, we'd be doing pretty good. We need to get somebody in there to basically tell them, hey, if you get rich, you got to go, get some laws or something on the books. I don't know.
Well, I don't understand if you go into a like business or you're in a corporate scheme and you can't, for people like us, we can't, there's always just conflict of interest with stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, even that thing you sent out the other day, Andrew, how can, like a state governor have connect ties to, somebody that's, the vice, and I'm just saying this, I don't know that specific. I don't remember all the ins and outs of what you sent the other day, but, how you can have, like your sister's husband or your brother-in-law as the vice president for one of the companies that makes voting machines.
Yeah.
I mean, I know stuff happens. I mean, you can't prevent everything, but how is there so many coincidences? None of it's coincidence. I mean, it's all there for a reason.
Correct.
And people get appointed, like Jethro Gibbs on NCIS always said, there's no such thing as a coincidence.
Nope. No such thing.
It's just,
yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? And I mean, and that's the thing, as lobbyists, when we talk about the laws, that's why the laws get manipulated and changed so that, those people that are in power or have that money can continue to break the laws.
Yeah.
And that's, when Hillary Clinton was going on to Trump that one debate saying, well, you did this, you filed bankruptcy. He goes,
well, of course.
You did the same thing.
Yeah.
You made the laws. I didn't make them.
If you don't like the law,
if you didn't want me to do it, then you should have changed it. The reason you didn't want me to do it is because it affects you. The reason we won't change it is because it affects you.
Yeah.
That's one thing. What Dave Chappelle comes out and says, he said, I respect the hell out of Trump because he flat out walked out and said, all the things you think that are going on in there are going on in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, it's like.
Very true. And all the things that happen behind closed doors, we're finding more and more as things come out with what's his name over there, the rapper
Diddy.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know his name. I'm not into that kind of.
Diddy.
Diddy, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more and more you hear about Diddy, there's like politicians going and checking him out, all kinds of stuff.
Well, that big thing there is, the federal government came in when the feds got involved in it. And everything that was there that the local police and that were seizing, the government came in and seized all of it.
Really?
Recordings and documents. And why do you think that is?
The same reason that
guess who was on those invitations and guess who was there? And
well, you know who wasn't on there, or else it would have been displayed already, was Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
If he was on that list, it'd be out there.
Out there already. He'd been arrested for it and everything.
Oh yeah. Yep. Just like the Epstein list.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, it's like
the Epstein list. That's
the Jelaine or Giselle or whatever her name was trafficking to nobody. But
yep.
she's in jail for it right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Did you see that interview with Denzel Washington? I think he was on a podcast.
I didn't see it.
A couple of weeks ago. I don't remember which one it was now, but I don't remember even who was interviewing him. But he was there with somebody, and he was at one of those Diddy parties.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and he was basically talking. He was like, nothing good happens after midnight, basically, is what he said. He said, so they were sitting there, and the guy he was with or something, he said, luckily, he was an alcoholic, because he said he went and got a drink, and he was like, this doesn't taste right. He went in the bathroom and was trying to gag himself to throw it up. Yeah. Well, they had already started the spiked punch, doing that crap. But Denzel was like, like 11 o'clock or 11:30, he's like, it's time to go. He goes, what do you mean? The party's just getting started. He goes, I'm telling you, it's time to go.
Yep.
Yeah. That's true, though. Nothing good happens after midnight.
Yeah.
That every sergeant major ever.
Yes.
Yes. I got it from my dad. My dad always said that.
There's something to those sergeants major out there. Sometimes they know what they're talking about. Every now and then.
Just a few.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
The only sergeants major. It's not the master gunnies and the master sergeants, Nick. It's always.
I know exactly.
Because the master gunnies and the master sergeants are the ones getting in trouble. We're out there doing stupid things.
What are you talking about? I've never been caught.
Can see Andrew after midnight. We're gonna let it all hang out.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Andrew's just standing there with his Crocs on and nothing else. It's like, come on, dude. We got to go. Come on.
Well, I think in our short podcast history, I've come to a first.
You've come to a first.
I'm throwing this out. This cigar sucks. I'm not even going to try to finish it. It's awful.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I would not recommend it. It tastes bad.
This is a first. Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, I only made it about halfway through.
Man, and they called me a second ago, and they were like, "Hey, we want to sponsor you," and you just go under the bus already. Dang.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, dog.
Well, life goes on.
It's there's too much metallic taste in it. There's like a black licorice taste in there that I don't like. I mean, it's just the spice is inconsistent. It's going out on me. It's just overall, it's not a good cigar at all.
What was the name of it?
Alec Bradley Safe Keepings.
Oh, okay.
Alec Bradley is known for flavored and infused cigars. So the Fat Bottom Betties, I think, and the acids, and I mean the Javas, and I mean they do a lot of infused and flavored cigars, and usually it's the substandard tobacco that is used for that stuff. So it's like the leftovers and all that kind of stuff, or leaves that aren't, I don't know, maybe they're not properly cured, aren't cured long enough or something like that. So this is probably tobacco, the best tobacco that they got, and that they thought they could get away with not infusing it with something. I don't know, but it does not taste good at all.
Well, Dan is telling you throwing out a cigar, blasphemy.
I know.
Yeah.
And now consider that in the weight of my decision. That's how bad the cigar is. It's awful.
That's telling. Yeah, if it's that bad that you're throwing it out, I mean, it's got to be bad, you know.
Yeah, and it was a $12 cigar, and I don't even care about finishing it. Yeah,
$12 cigar.
I could go check my the cat litter in the garage if you want.
It might be better.
It actually tastes better.
It's got a nutty flavor.
Yeah.
Not so creamy, but nutty.
Yeah.
Mix it with a little bit of clay from the cat litter and the ammonia. I bet you it tastes awesome.
That's more. Yeah, that's earthy.
Very earthy.
Extremely flammable. Well, that may be burnt too.
Oh man, that's good. Well, you guys got anything else you want to chat about?
Let's see. When I was at OpFob, Operation Patriots, forward operating base, on Saturday, had a great time going to the range. Took a while to get my scope zeroed in. It took us about an hour to get it zeroed in, but man, after that, I was pinging all the competition targets. You know, the ones where you got to move the tab so it's, you know, center test, and you blow it out and poops out, you know, that kind of stuff. We're hitting those from 100 yards, and I mean, it was awesome. And then I had 2 different pistols, and then when I got home, I'm like, what was I thinking? Shooting 3 different weapons. Oh my gosh, I spent like an hour and a half.
You had to clean.
Almost 2 hours.
While you're doing it, but
yeah, it's fun while you're doing it. And then last night was also my daughter's homecoming dance. So her boyfriend's mom was supposed to come over to our house, and I'm like, crap, I got guns and stuff all over the table, and I need to clean up. Like, oh, they're gonna think we're like conspiracy theorists. I need to clean all this stuff, you know? And then she wound up not even coming. I'm like, son of a bitch. Ah, fuck it.
I'm worked so hard to clean up. Man.
Yeah.
What kind of scope do you have on it?
I have a 6 hour. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I don't know why.
It's a red dot.
No. It's like a long range scope. I mean, the thing is like as big as my forearm. I mean, it's
Gotcha.
long. And I found it. My neighbor across the street was he just retired. His retirement date was the same as mine. He was a gunner for Paris Island. He was in charge of all the ranges out there. But I think I'm pretty sure he was an armorer before he was a warrant officer. So he's like, yeah, go to this website. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the GovX website where you can, you know, you log in with your ID me or whatever, and you can, you know, you're eligible for all these. It was another one that he told me about, similar to GovX, that they sell. They always have good deals on scope. So I went on it and logged in and entered all my information. And found this 6 hour scope that was like $180 or something like that, which is pretty cheap for a scope like that. So I got it, but it's not the best decision because it literally, the scope is so long, you have to like reach under it to grab the charging handle. Yeah. So like I basically was like kind of like using one finger to reach under the scope, and then just kind of like. But yeah, because I couldn't get both my. It was bad decision.
Built for bolt action. Huh?
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But I tell you, man, it was easy to reach out and touch those targets. It was easy. I mean, it was almost like cheating. But man, it was a lot of fun.
You're using a scope. You're old school Marine. You know how to use them iron sights. You need to get out there and practice a little more. You know.
Oh
If you
yeah,
can't buy any ARs anymore with iron sights on them.
Yeah,
I think if you have a rail, I think that there's somebody out there making iron sights on a rail.
Yeah, you
Like,
can put them on there, but
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get one of those T-shirts that says Iron Sights Alumni.
So what were you firing exclusively? 5.56 or 2.23?
5.56.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I took my my Glock 19, and then probably like 8 months ago, maybe 10 months ago, something like that. I bought a Smith and basically a 38 Special.
Yeah.
But it's got a concealed hammer on it, which is awesome. Excuse me. But I hadn't shot it yet, and it was and that was my first time ever shooting a revolver. I'd never shot a revolver before, and it's different. It's different.
Did you like it?
You know, I don't dislike it. I mean, it was just different. Because with the pistol, you know, you have the slide, the recoil sends the weight of the recoil over or like in line with your arm. So you feel it like the recoil almost into your elbow, the shift of the weight, right? But with the revolver, it literally feels like somebody's punching the inside of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wanting to twist.
Yeah. But it was, and I mean, the concussive pop of a revolver is different also. So it was, I mean, it was an all around different shooting experience. Not bad or worse. It was just different. But it was, I mean, it was fun. So, and of the three weapons, it was the easiest to clean.
Well, that's why I like it.
Yeah.
There's stuff to take apart. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You just punch the bore 5 times, you know, and then you're done.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can go around and do words of wisdom.
Wait. Let me pull it up.
All right.
Where's my words of wisdom? Okay. Wait. I got it. All right.
All right, Vic.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Showing your emotions to people is like bleeding next to a shark.
Oh.
That one hit me this week.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we don't show emotion.
Never show emotion.
Robot. I like it. Okay. Mike, what do you got?
I had one, but I lost it. I know you want to save Mark till the end, so Mark's always got the.
He's always got the zinger. I still waiting for the zinger about the beards. I can't wait. As soon as Aaron comes back on, he's going to get all with a beard. He's going to come in.
He texted something when we first started, something about the tree cleaning crews don't want to come in or something. Or
he says the water level's still high, so they can't turn the power back on.
Yeah. Still
doesn't have power?
Yeah, it's been what, 3 weeks, right?
Well, I thought he said he got power back, but he didn't have water.
Maybe
he said my neighbor's power is on because his box is below the line. Mine and my neighbor's is still too deep. We live in the deepest part on the street. So yeah, he doesn't have power yet.
Yeah, he's been going a long time without power.
Woo, that is a long time. Where the hell's FEMA at?
That's what I'm saying.
They ran out of money, so
yeah.
Well, it's all going somewhere else.
All right. Well, I found my quote. I texted it to
go ahead.
I texted it to myself from my work phone. The best friends you can and should have is an honest critic.
That's true. You need to have somebody to tell you.
Somebody that's not going to sit there and tell you what you want to hear, but what you actually need to hear.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I like it. Mark's doing.
I missed it because I got cut off.
Oh, same.
So I jumped on my cell phone.
Fucking Gavin Newsom, man! I tell you, that guy.
Yep.
Well, here
Some
it is,
people's
Mark.
kids.
The best friend you can and should have is an honest critic.
Damn right. That's a damn good one. That's a damn good one. So I don't really have a zinger, but it's just for this close to the election. Um, just remind all of your liberal acquaintances that you can vote yourself into socialism, but we're gonna have to fight our way out.
That was good. Yeah. Holy cow.
Let the libtards know.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
No need to make name calling or anything like that, Mark. Come on now. Jeez.
Play nice. You gotta play nice. Come
You
on.
wonder why you're getting canceled with your internet.
Yeah. No wonder they're cutting you off over there, you know? Man.
Yeah, bastards.
Well, I'd ask where Andrew's words of wisdoms are, but I guess he posts them every day as I see it.
Yeah. You guys been watching the As I See It? It's doing pretty good. Sometimes it gets up like 500 views, 600 views.
Nice. I watch them and I forward them.
Oh, do you? Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Mark. Yeah. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
Andrew, what was his name from Thursday when I was able to jump on? Linwood?
Linwood King. Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely a person, I think every single one of us that, you, Vic, you, Mark, Aaron, Krista would actually really, really appreciate.
Yeah, he's
actually listen to him and talk, just listen to him talk. And I mean, you can tell he's still a Marine, but he kind of goes about things a little differently so that he's a little more uplifting. And, obviously he's a very spiritual individual. So, I mean, it was really, really interesting to listen to him talk and, what he had to say. So,
yeah. And he's wanting to do with me. He wants to do some TikTok live. I'm TikTok.
Oh, great.
So
Great.
I'm going to do some TikTok live with him. I don't know what day of the week, but if you guys want to jump on, you can jump on because I'm going to record it on Zoom as well. So I'll record on Zoom, but we'll be doing TikTok kind of like I'm doing YouTube right now. So.
But you'd like it, Mark. He was adamant. He goes, I got to go. I got to take all my daughters to go vote. We're going to vote as a family.
Good.
Took them all out to vote. Yeah,
Yep.
It was good.
My daughter turns 18 this week, and we're doing the same thing.
Awesome. That's awesome, Vic.
Yeah, as it should be.
Never thought you'd have an 18-year-old, huh?
I know, right?
Oh.
I never thought this day would get here.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan's coming out of left field here. He's got his words of wisdom. Here we go. A friend is born for hard times, and a brother is born for adversity. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty good for a soldier,
What's he doing? He's just listening to us or what?
Yeah, he's on YouTube. Just
listening to
the podcast.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing the YouTube, and I've had quite a few people jump on and jump off, but yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I'm doing this whenever we do our fireside chats. So I'll do it on YouTube. Then I'll do with the thing with Linwood. When we do that one, it'll be on TikTok. So I'm trying to use it. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. I've got to make it big, got to make it big. Something like that.
Working it. Keep working it.
Yeah. It's fun though. I enjoy it. It gives me something to do. All right. Well, hey guys, thanks. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you on and talk to you. And we got our buddy back. Cletus, how you doing?
Welcome. Hey, I'm good. I had to go over and take care of some stuff at the house. I had some squirrels I had to get ready for supper tomorrow. But
check on your moonshine.
Yeah, Mike said he had to go something about head. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Something
about scratching his head, probably, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's jealous of my golden locks.
It does look good though. I mean,
he just he's a bald bastard. I feel bad for the guy. He just don't have no damn hair on his head. It's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm sure he gets cold a lot. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his wife sees in him either. It's like you don't have those nice locks like I do.
Yeah.
It is what it
is. Dan says, showing my support for you crayon snackers. So thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. All right. To all the listeners out there, thanks for tuning in. If you're struggling, need some help, anything like that, don't forget the VA does have some great resources. You can dial 988, press option 1. You can also text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net, click on the chat icon. Any of those options are going to put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life lost, one too many. I care about you. The crew cares about you. Everybody in the veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, then call your buddies that you serve with and ask them how they're doing. And if they need some help, give them that helping hand. All right, with that, guys, thanks. I appreciate you. To all the listeners out there, stay motivated, change your socks.